Word formation is so important in English, and I don't want you making these common mistakes. First, what is word formation? I'll show you. The person is a photographer. Photographer. The subject is photography. Photography. The object. The object is a photograph. Photograph. And the verb is also photograph. This is what I mean by word formation. We need to change a word into a noun, verb, adjective, or adverb. And it's not just about the spelling. Pronunciation also changes. In today's lesson, I'm going to go through a list of common word formation mistakes I hear, and I don't want you making these mistakes anymore. My name's Arnell. Let's start. Number 1, let's review this one with example sentences. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a photographer for National Geographic. Common mistake. I wanted to be a photograph. The person is photographer. And the word stress is important. We say photographer, not photographer. Vincent is really interested in photography, and he takes hundreds of pictures every day. Did you see the photograph Vincent took by the lake? It was stunning. And yes, we often just say photo, photo, or picture, perfectly correct. In many gyms, you are not allowed to photograph or film anyone working out, including yourself. I think too many influencers have been doing this. And work out means exercise. Number 2, word stress is important. I often hear students using the wrong word stress. So let's look at word formation and word stress. The person is a politician. Politician. The topic is politics. Politics, not politics. The adjective is political. Political. Tiffany is a well-known politician in her city. I really dislike it when my family members get into arguments over politics. The issue on healthcare became very political and divided the community. And I wanted to tell you, in today's lesson, I am focusing on word formation. So if there's any new vocabulary, use your favorite dictionary. Let's keep going. Number 3. Patience is the noun. Patience. Patient is the adjective. Patient. And be careful, the pronunciation is not pa, it's pay, like you pay money. Patience. Patient. My mother had a lot of patience with me as a child. My mother was always patient with me as a child. You see the noun and the adjective. But this isn't where the mistake is usually made. What's the opposite? What's the opposite of patient? Impatient, not impatient. Impatient. My date was getting a little impatient while we were waiting for our food. Date. Yes, a date can be a number in a calendar, but it also means the person you are on a date with. He's my date. She's my date. And if someone is your date, this is romantic. We usually wouldn't say a friend is our date. What about you? Are you a patient person or are you an impatient person? Number 4. Number 4 is similar to number 3. We have the adjective polite. polite. Do we say unpolite? Nope. Again, it's impolite. It's polite to say please and thank you. My date. My date was very impolite to the waiter. That was a red flag. In English, when we say something is a red flag, it's a warning sign. It's kind of like something is waving a big red flag. So, be careful. If a person is rude to other people, that's a red flag. Smoke coming from the engine is a red flag. Stop driving. Number 5, Liz is a painter. She sells paintings. She paints with very neutral colored paints. A painter is the person, the artist. A painting is a noun. It looks like a verb, but it's a noun. Like the Mona Lisa is the world's most famous painting. Paint is a regular verb. Paint, painted, painted. My daughter painted a picture of trees. And finally, the substance itself is also called paint. We're going to need some more white paint to finish our kitchen. Here's a difference I want you to remember. If you are using paint and a paintbrush, you are painting. But if you're using pens and pencils or markers, you are drawing. Painting and drawing are different. I like to draw funny cartoons on the board for my students. If you could paint your room or your office any color, what would it be? Let me know in the comments. I would choose purple, like this. It's just so pretty. Look at this picture. What is this woman doing? She is cooking. You know that cook is a verb. I love cooking. I cook every day. I mean, I don't love cooking every day, but in general, I do enjoy cooking. What do we call a person who cooks? A cook. A person who cooks is a cook. Common mistake. My mom is a good cooker. Oof, I'm a bad cooker. A cooker is not a person. This can be called a cooker. It's the appliance you use to cook. And mini cultural note. Cooker is mainly used in British English. In American English, we usually just say stove. Did I turn the stove off before I left the house? And you might be thinking, what about a chef? A chef also cooks. Here's the difference. A chef is a professional. They work in restaurants and they are trained for years to become experts at cooking. A cook is just a general term for a person who cooks, usually informally, like I'm the cook in my family. Are you a good cook? Maybe you're a chef. What's your favorite thing to cook? Do you want the notes for today's lesson? Join GRAVOTION, my fast-growing platform where grammar, vocabulary, and emotion meet. Download the notes for today's lesson, plus hundreds of other PDFs ready to use. You'll also get access to my complete grammar course roadmap, so you'll never wonder, how do I learn grammar? Where do I start? And the best part, the community. Join and connect with English learners from all around the world just like you. Write GRAVOTION in the comments and I'll personally send you a link to join. Let's get back to the lesson. The noun is notice. Notice. A notice is a piece of paper or email with important information. New important information. This thing here is called a notice board because you can put notices on it. Notice board or bulletin board. Bulletin board. A bulletin board. You must give 2 weeks notice before quitting your job. We received a notice from the landlord about the rent increase. Notice can also be a verb, but the meaning is completely different. To notice means you see something. You see something that's a bit different. For example, I noticed Nicole wasn't in the meeting today. I hope she's okay. Did you notice Kyle's new tattoo? It's a mermaid with a machine gun. Here's the common mistake. The landlord noticed us about the rent increase. Please notice the client about the changes to our terms and conditions. The verb notice does not mean give notice. Instead, we need the verb notify. Notify. This means to tell someone something important. This verb is usually used in formal situations. Employees must notify their manager before taking a day off. We will somehow have to notify all parents about the schedule change. Think about these questions for yourself. When was the last time you saw a notice board, a bulletin board? Have you ever noticed anything strange about someone, like their appearance or behavior? What's the best way to notify someone? Email, WhatsApp, carrier pigeon? The verb is decide. Decide. The noun is decision. Decision. Don't mix the two. I can't decide what to order. I have to make a decision soon. Notice how we use make with decision. Remember that. Make a decision. Make a decision. What do you call a person who makes decisions very easily? They are decisive. Decisive. What's the opposite? Indecisive. Indecisive. You need to be more decisive if you want to be successful in business. Her indecisive attitude frustrated the whole team. Just make a decision. I have a complaint. I have a complaint. Complain and complaint. We have the verb and the noun. Bill complained that his food was cold. Stop complaining about everything. I complained to the restaurant owner. Let's look at the grammar for a sec. We can say complain that subject verb, or complain about something, and complain to someone. If you can learn these patterns, you can speak in much more complex sentences and make fewer mistakes. If you have a complaint, please speak to customer service. One of my neighbors made a formal complaint to the police about all the non-residents who use our street for parking. And in English, a resident is someone who lives in the area, and a non-resident is someone who does not. This one is a fun one, I think. I need to freeze this chicken before it expires. I put the frozen vegetables into the freezer. I am freezing. Can we turn up the heat? The verb is freeze. The adjective is frozen. The appliance in your kitchen is a freezer. And we use freezing to describe temperature. I am freezing, or it's freezing in this room. You can see there are so many options, so we really have to think about that word formation. This one can be confusing because the past participle of the verb is also frozen. The verb forms are freeze, froze, frozen. All of the pipes had frozen overnight. If you twist your ankle, just put a pack of frozen peas on it. The first sentence is a verb, the second is an adjective. Think about this question for yourself. What's in your freezer? What kind of frozen things do you have in there? I have a lot of curious. I have a lot of curiosity. Curious is an adjective. Curious. Curiosity is the noun. Curiosity. Again, that pronunciation is important. We say cure. Cure. Not core, not curious. Curious. This is a tricky sound. Let's work on it. Repeat after me. Say for me, your. Cure. Curious. You got it. If you want to pronounce curious correctly, just follow these steps. Children are naturally curious about the world around them. Celine's curiosity led her to explore the abandoned house. Here's an expression I want you to know and start using. Just out of curiosity. Just out of curiosity. This means I don't have a reason to ask you this question. I'm just curious. Just out of curiosity, how long have you lived here? Just out of curiosity, how did you and your wife meet? Just out of curiosity, why did you take down the birdhouse? She is allergy. She is allergic. The noun is allergy. Allergy. The adjective is allergic. Allergic. We say allergic, not allergic. Word stress. And word formation. My daughter has a peanut allergy. I am allergic to cats. Be allergic to something. Remember that combination. Be allergic to something. Severe allergic reactions can include swelling, difficulty breathing, and hives. Hives means red and irritated skin. Do you have any allergies? Are you allergic to anything? I have a serious one here. A drug addict is addicted to drugs. They have an addiction. They cannot stop. They have no control. The person is an addict. Addict. The adjective is addicted. Addicted. The noun is addiction. Addiction. What kind of things can people be addicted to? Alcohol, drugs, gambling, even exercise? There are so many types of addictions. The doctor warned him about becoming a caffeine addict. I mean, you need to cut back on coffee. Social media addiction is becoming common among teenagers. Many people are addicted to their smartphones. And again, notice how we say addicted to something, just like allergic to something. My independent is important. My independence is important. The adjective is independent. Independent. And here's a little spelling tip, because independent is a hard word to remember how to spell. Think independent, triple E. Independent, triple E. That's what I do. The noun is independence. Independence. My grandma is 91, but she's still very independent. She doesn't need any help. Moving out of your parents' house gives you a sense of independence. 15. They will be married. They will be married. Let's look at these words here. Marry is the verb. Marry. Marry, married, married. This can be confusing because married is also the adjective. Married. Marriage is the noun. Marriage. Please marry me. Will you marry me? My parents have been married for over 40 years. They are not married. A strong marriage is built on honesty and respect. Their short-lived marriage ended after just 6 months. But what do we call the ceremony? You know, the ceremony, and then there's a reception, the party? That's not a marriage, that's a wedding. A wedding is 1 day. But I know in some countries a wedding's like a week. So wedding is a celebration, marriage is a situation. Number 16, you have to make a choose. You have to make a choice. The verb is choose. It's an irregular verb. Choose, chose, chosen. The noun is choice. I can't choose what to watch on Netflix. There are too many choices. The students have chosen their class representative. I think it was a smart choice. 17. Last but not least. The noun is breath. Breath. Breath like death. It has the same F sound. The verb is breathe. Breathe. It has the long E sound. So we have the short E sound, breath, and the long E sound, breathe, but also the ending, th and the. I'll say each word 3 times quickly so you can really hear the difference. Breath, breath, breath. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Take a deep breath. Ooh, he has garlic breath. This room is so stuffy, I can't breathe. And stuffy is an adjective that means the air feels old, like a gym locker room. It's stuffy. Open a window. Sometimes I breathe really loudly and I don't even notice. Okie dokie! We have looked at 17 common word formation mistakes. I hope this lesson clarified a few things for you and that you learned some new vocabulary. Thank you so much for watching and give me some of your example sentences in the comments. I love reading them. I'll see you next time.